ये जो इंडिया है ना, यहाँ जर्नलिस्ट्स को सबक सिखाया जा रहा है. Journalists across India are being taught a lesson. You may be Mohammad Zubair, you may be Rohit Ranjan, you may be Siddique Kapan, you may be Sanaa Irshad Mattoo, you may be Arnab Goswami, you may be Rana Ayub or Akar Patel, you may be Asif Sultan, Fahad Shah or Sajjad Gul, you may be Ajit Ojha, Digvijay Singh or Manoj Gupta. But the message for all these journalists from the central and several state governments, from investigation agencies and police forces, and from some law courts too, is clear and direct. Pange Mat Lo. That's what ties these journalists together. Inhone pange liye and now they are paying a price. Mohammed Zubair has been in custody since 27th June for sharing a satirical tweet in 2018 related to a 40-year-old movie clip that was then fully cleared by India's censor board, and for calling out the hate speech of Bajrang Muni, who publicly threatened Muslim women with kidnap and rape. But why is calling out the hate of such a person a crime? Even more so for a journalist. It's his job. But because Zubair did his job, he has been in police custody, judicial custody, he has been bundled in and out of police vehicles, has been made to appear in various courts, has had to put up multiple appeals for bail, has been vilified by government-aligned media. And the irony is, those who made hate speeches, they faced FIRs, they were arrested and released, while the journalist who reported on those very hate speeches is now in custody. Zubair is also known for his fact-checking, which is rigorous and unbiased. He has exposed fake news and disinformation by political parties from across the political spectrum. But because his work is so inconvenient, because it exposes hate, it exposes lies and misinformation, he needs to be taught a lesson. But then why no arrest, no police custody, no court ke chakkar for Arun Yadav? Like Mohammad Zubair, why is Arun Yadav not being paraded around like a criminal? Arun Yadav was the Haryana BJP IT cell head. He has 6 lakh followers on Twitter, and on 2017 he put out a tweet insulting Prophet Muhammad. But while he has been removed from his post by the party, he is still a free man. Why has the police spared Arun Yadav? Sorry for the whataboutery, but ये तो बड़ी नाइंसाफी है मी लॉर्ड. एक ट्वीट के लिए एक जर्नलिस्ट कस्टडी में, बेल भी नसीब नहीं, और किसी और ट्वीट के लिए another man is relaxing at home. Sanaa Irshad Mattoo may well be a Pulitzer Prize winner, but for being a photojournalist from Kashmir, for bringing out the harsh realities of the valley, be it the militancy, the buns, the funerals, the omnipresence of the security forces, the daily hardships of the local people, Sanaa too needs to be shown her place. In early July, she was stopped at the Delhi airport from travelling to France for a photo exhibition despite having a valid visa. She was given no reason. Should Sanaa point her camera only at Kashmir's apples and shikaras and snow? Being a journalist in Jammu Kashmir is a huge challenge, caught in the crossfire between the militants, the security forces and politicians of all hues. Journalist Asif Sultan since 2018 and Fahad Shah and Sajjad Gul since early 2022 are in jail because the administration was not happy with their reporting. In each case, just when bail was granted or was imminent, they were charged under the draconian Public Safety Act, which makes bail almost impossible. In comparison, Sanaa has been lucky. No jail, sirf France jana cancel. Ajit Ojha, Digvijay Singh and Manoj Gupta, who spent 28 days in jail, pucho kyun? Because they reported on the leak of 2 UP board exam papers in Balia. But showing the district administration in a bad light did not go down well. The police arrested the 3 journalists on criminal charges of having leaked the papers themselves. It took 28 days to convince the judge that the police had no evidence against them. लेकिन तब तक सभी लोकल जर्नलिस्ट ने सबक सीख लिया था कि भाई पंगे मत लो. In fact, let's talk about this phrase. The process is the punishment, which is perhaps the formula being used. The focus is not on evidence. It is not about going to trial or getting convictions, when it comes to cases involving journalists or even stand-up comedians, climate change activists, civil and human rights activists for that matter. The focus is on harassment. Harass karo, itna harass karo कि जर्नलिस्ट का मनोबल टूट जाए. Break the journalist's will to tell stories that matter, to tell stories that perhaps embarrass those in power, that use facts, data and documents to ask tough questions. Shut such journalism down. And it's a ploy that netas across the spectrum seem ready to use. A few days ago, we saw Chhattisgarh police turn up to arrest Zee News journalist Rohit Ranjan for airing misleading video clips about Rahul Gandhi despite Ranjan airing an apology about it. But then the Ghaziabad and Noida police picked up Ranjan on a smaller charge, later releasing him, essentially saving him from being taken away to Raipur. In 2021, 2 Republic TV head Arnab Goswami was picked up by the Mumbai police in a similar detain and harass drama. All these police forces were seemingly kowtowing to their respective political bosses. But that's unacceptable. I may not agree with Arnab's brand of journalism, but he cannot be harassed in this manner, nor any journalist for that matter. But then, ye jo India hai na, yahan, as we can see, the process has become the punishment. For every one journalist that is harassed, jailed, vilified in a very public manner, 100 journalists may think twice before taking on the powers that be. Ise kehte hain chilling effect. It's now up to the journalists to give in or show some spine.